Speed Simpsons, viewers from around the world. We are back on Speed Simpsons with the final race of the Upper Group B. We got BlueBadge on board versus Pantoufle, both running on 200 FPS, a 126 PB versus 128, both getting their PBs this week, within the last week. Crazy active runners. This race actually might go crazy. It might go stupid. And I know both these runners have raced each other offline just for fun as well, so they know the competition. This is one of the last races of the groups, and join with me in commentary today is Azord.
Hello, I'm Azord. I'm a speedrunner of New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U, and yeah, a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. I
I
believe both runners are ready, so we'll get this race on the go. Forgot to add commentary booth thing to the main scene. There you go. But I believe both runners are ready to go. I shall do the countdown. Y'all shall begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin. GOGL. Deafening both. And they are off. Both are going to be turning into neighbors to get the bush strat, to get both boxes. BlueBadge, unfortunately, not only do we get add, but missing the bush strat. Gonna have to reset, and that's gonna lose time already. Can't believe we got an ad right away. What's the point? Also, I can put game audio on now. I'm also restreaming this and need to make sure the audio is good.
Let's do this thing.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I wanted a peanut. 2, 4, 6, 8. You suck.
how's it going? Crazy toned up.
Oh, it's going pretty great.
Hey.
This might actually the first time I restream this tournament, which is crazy because I normally restream often, but the last couple of weeks have been a little busy for me, so.
Fuck you, Joe.
Oh, I think I got a mute. BlueBadge. I'm a mute. Ain't no way. Deafening and muting is two separate things on Discord. Boom. Gameplay is back. Despite BlueBadge missing bush strat, not that far behind Pantoufle. But yeah, this is the Simpsons hit and run.
Are you also in this tournament?
Who else is in this tournament?
Are you also in this?
Yeah, this is my group. So I versed both these players. I lost against BlueBadge. That was my first race, and I won against Pantoufle. So as long as
there like a launch for this?
Say again?
Sorry, is there like a challenge for this or something?
There's a tournament page, I believe, that isn't updated yet. But top 8 people, I believe there's 20 in the upper group, and top 8 people, wait. Yeah. The top 8 people, or 10, make it to knockouts. For this group, for example, it's these two, and then me and Ticker. Ticker went 3-0. Only won against Pantoufle. BlueBadge has only won against me. So as long as BlueBadge wins against Pantoufle here, it's going to be BlueBadge and Ticker that make it through. If Pantoufle wins this, it's going to be a 3-way tie between BlueBadge, me, and Pantoufle, and we're going to take average to see who makes the knockouts, which that synced getting back into the car. Synced gameplay right now. Look at that. BlueBadge goes through the tree though, which saves decimals of a second, but saves seconds, as you can see. But my average sucks because I did a lot of trolling. I think Pantoufle currently has the better average.
We're number one. I love
So if Pantoufle
this.
wins, actually I'm not sure if Pantoufle actually does have the better average. I think so. So I think if he wins, BlueBadge is gonna have a worse time since he lost the race, and I think Pantoufle might make it to knockouts. I'm not making it. I got a 141 against Ticker because I was just having fun. I did not care. I needed a break.
I'm curious, how much like RNG swing is there for this game? Like how much does perfect RNG save over like the worst?
That is an excellent question
You
because
come and get me?
RNG in this
I'll
game,
pay you in back row.
not many people are going to agree with me, but it's not even that huge of a factor in my opinion.
Crush
Because
time.
yes, the traffic cars are going to be the most annoying thing, but they're manipulable. They can be manipulated for a better situation. But
Nothing lasts forever.
random things like a car spawn that get coins faster, and I'm trying to think of any like the RNG in this game. It's so much easier when you're running it and stupid things happen, but it could definitely be a minute maybe. I don't know. RNG is it's such a spectrum of just controllable and uncontrollable. It's mainly controllable, which is surprising. Okay, coming up, first destruction mission, BlueBadge doing Badger Blast. Being it successfully in the corner, blowing up the car. Pantoufle also getting it, but this might be a little bit tricky as... Oh no, I don't want to see a fail. This is really bad for Pantoufle. That's not enough damage. That's going to need multiple ground pounds. That is going to be a fail, and BlueBadge is going to take the lead.
Sweet.
That is a massive time loss for the very beginning of the run. Unable to find Smithers all the way into the corner. But yeah, the RNG discussion, I definitely am not the guy for that.
Out of control.
The higher level
Right
runners
neck.
would be better to explain that. Basically in this game, traffic's gonna annoy you a lot. Traffic cars are gonna drive in front of you. You're not gonna get the traffic cars you want. But yeah, Pantoufle back to destroying Smithers. Gets it against the pixel,
Eat
but
my dust.
time is draining away.
This is a really bad day.
That hurt.
There you go. Let stream pause when I do that.
How can I? Let's do
Okay, that should be good
thing.
for stream. It won't pause anymore.
Bird, how come I broke you? Not like anyone likes these
Yeah, this game has 2 unskippable cutscenes. That's the first one, literally 7 minutes into the run, about a minute long. And then about at the halfway point, there's also another minute cutscene that cannot be skipped. Other than that,
Up later.
unlike New Super Mario Bros. Wii,
When
you
you're done,
are
how come I
constantly
broke you?
running this game. Like, there is like no like breaks in between swapping levels. Even when the mission completes, lots of the time you're going to be running to the phone booth to grab ESS or grab extra coins or switch your car. There's always something you can do after the missions. And then you're immediately into the next mission. Boom, 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 boom. Unlike in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, where at the end of the mission, you have to press right and go into the next level while waiting before and after. This is just constant gameplay.
Wait, we have a question.
Yo.
Are the load times in this game consistent?
It does not matter since we have an auto splitter, but they're pretty consistent. I mean, if you have a bad PC versus good PC, the loads are going to be longer, but everything is timed out pretty much. We have an auto splitter, luckily.
It's very convenient.
They're not
Because,
consistent if
that's
you
it.
bad PC versus good PC. Not at all.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh,
Issue for
you're so sexy
New Soup
when you're
Wii and
paranoid.
New Soup you.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of cake. It's crashing time.
I'm sure that makes the tournament so much better as well. I don't have to worry about stuff like that. And I will say, I am like, I mean, this is very organized. I will say what you guys are doing
You.
compared to the new Super Wii tournament.
Yeah, before I was in the community, we had a speed gaming tournament, I think in 2018. But we switched to our own community channel in 2019. I think there was a community channel before that as well, but we just have runners restream and commentate all of our tournaments
I really
and
hope,
events.
we do that as well. So much better.
Oh, it's definitely doable. Like, I would definitely be keen to help, especially on the restreaming part. I've wanted to commentate some new Super Mario Bros. Wii 80% tournament races so far, but I haven't found the time. Time has not been in my favor this last couple weeks.
And you just like you're restreaming this game, right?
Yep.
With the stream key from this channel, and like for other races, there are other runners doing it, I'm guessing.
Yep. We have a spreadsheet.
Just call me Air Homer.
I'll send it to you.
That's really good.
Can you come and get me? I'll pay
We
you
are at
back, Rob.
towards the end of the group stages. We have Eventual versus Tim's, and then all the Badger Bars matches, which I believe Badger Bars probably just not in the tournament
But
anymore.
me. I didn't do.
What does it look like
People
that?
really don't believe in
I'll do my best.
Pantoufle in this prediction.
Sweet.
Actually, it's not really people. It's someone's put in like 100K.
Vengeance will
Yeah.
be mine.
Looks like J-Dub's put
Again, I
42k.
almost built
It's
myself
107k, which means, and if 42k is the most, that means the second most is under 40k. But there are 3 minutes left in the prediction, and Pantoufle did miss Office Space strat, which does lose a minute, but there's an entire hour and a half of the run still, pretty much, hour 20 minutes. But yeah, losing that early is definitely a reason to vote for BlueBadge, but it is absolutely not over, especially since Homer 1 in the grand scheme of things is a level that like the least could go wrong. Office Space fail is pretty bad, but other levels in this game you'll see will be absolutely brutal, and I'll explain it when
Where do
needed.
I go? If only.
in your face.
A lot of people hate this level, Bart 1, that BlueBadge is in.
Let's do this thing.
I also don't like it very much. Does my Discord stream look really weird and you don't even see the gameplay?
Yeah.
Let me retry it.
There's not much difference between the Twitch and Discord actually. So I find it looking at Twitch.
Okay, you don't want delay. Do you even see the gameplay?
I see your OBS.
Do you even see the gameplay though?
No, it's like white.
For sure.
Team Montgomery. I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R.
If you're fine with Twitch, hopefully it should be fine.
I gotta get the new. Fine by
Oh wait, I
me.
can do this. That will work.
Just give me a sec to catch my breath.
There you go, now you have no delay.
Just like I got Charlie and Nam.
Afraid not.
Afraid so.
Okay, now we're into the
Afraid
second level of the
so.
game,
Now, damn,
called
you're like
Bart
the
1
fast wit.
by most. First level was a tutorial level, basically shows you every different
Smile later,
type
Stick
of mission,
The Bart Man knows all.
gives you the basics,
Whoa, wicked.
easy times. You're not really gonna see a fail unless you're in Office Space and you go for Badger Blast, which blowing up your car
Too late.
does fail the mission after like 5 seconds.
Dang.
BlueBadge with the Wiggum Escape, easy.
Ha! Incredible. How am I gonna get?
No problemo.
You also may notice both runners were in a traffic car compared to the default car they were given. That's because the default car you're given is the slowest option. Every other traffic car is faster than the default car in this level, which is super cool. We always aim for the sports car since it has the best acceleration and I think best top speed, which you can see on Pantoufle's screen.
Easy peasy.
Another advantage for the traffic car is there's no animation for getting in or out of it,
How about a hard one next
compared to almost every car that you have in this game. There's an animation for getting into the car, which can be cancelled by jumping on top of for getting in. But when you're getting out the car, you have to wait for your character to open the door and step out, compared to traffic cars where that animation is just a fade, boom, you're straight into it. Saves little time throughout the run.
Woo, nice one. One dozen. If I didn't play so many video games, I'd be in better
If you look
shape.
on BlueBadge's screen,
Yeah.
he's gonna be going for a trick called Dirt Jump. He's gonna try sending himself and the van onto this ramp and through the tunnel to skip that entire turn.
I am so sick of this happening.
You're all mine.
Me and some other Wii runners were having fun scrolling through your SRC profile the other day.
Yay!
You're looking at 5 life
Yeah.
sentences.
I think it's the longest one I've ever
I
seen.
fought the law and I won.
I do be speedrunning.
Does it better. Hey,
You,
drop it.
you love a multiplayer run as well.
Mm-hmm. I love when there's a Niku to my Piku.
I blame no one.
Whee!
That is such a solid run, Piku Niku. That co-op run is amazing. There's no question why I have 20 other people I've ran it with.
All right.
It's just so simple.
I spilled my
See a W
squishy.
Disney's Chicken Little in chat. That was a fun run. I have not put much time into that. I definitely can improve that. Oh, BlueBadge is
Awesome.
just sitting there.
I'm happy to
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I totally rule.
that was strange.
Full speed ahead.
Maybe he felt bad and gave Snake a 5-second head start. Not very fast.
Bart Simpson at your service. Gotta work off my gut.
I set my Wookiee.
Yeah!
Another element that I should explain is the coin route for this game. I think you need like 3,775 coins. I know that number's wrong, but it's somewhere around there. So throughout the run, you'll see a bunch of them driving into boxes, vents, even just hitting a bunch of small things constantly. But the main enemy of the coins are Wasp, because you can only hit 2 of them per level with your car, and they have to be at the bottom of their cycle for most cars, since they travel in a infinity sign.
Oh, this is too cool for school.
We do have a program where you can see where the Wasp
I'll never
is.
lose these love handles.
It's 3,625 coins. According to Towson, thank you. But
Let's roll.
getting it with your
Eat my
car
dust,
is
dust eaters.
insanely
I don't
fast, since
remember
all
this being here
25 coins
before.
from the Wasp
Woo,
go
nice
into your
one.
car. And so that is a pretty big factor in saving time just from collecting the coins. But the coins are needed for costumes and vehicles that are locked behind missions. The next one being 2-6, Monkey See, Monkey Do. You need to buy the
Too
Mr.
realistic
Plow
with this much exercise.
for 200 coins.
Hey, Snake. Don't have a cow, man.
How many tournaments are you participating in right now?
Right now, well, you just knocked me out the new Super Mario Bros. Wii tournament. But if you don't count that, I think it's just this tournament. Last year, I was in the new Soup, Wii, Luigi's Mansion, Char, and Hello Kitty Roll Rescue at the same time. But right now, I think it's only Char. I mean,
That sounds fun.
Boy, I oughta.
which I think I'm out of this tournament now too. which I also had the race the same day as the new Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Whoa, got
I
it.
think I decided my fate both times that day,
Wicked. Now to find a satellite
not making it.
has those any.
There's always next year. And the cool thing about having this Speed Simpsons channel is during the off
By
seasons,
me.
we have, what is it called? Just rival races, community rival races, where you and someone else can sign up to run any category you want at any time, pretty much. If you find the restreamer and comms if needed, which is super cool compared to like a speed gaming tournament where I feel like it's way harder to get one-offs. I'm not too sure about it.
Whoa, wicked. Woo, nice one. Whee!
Oh, I could have made a good septic system out of that.
Yes, there
Yeah,
was.
I would love to like. I would love to like set up a channel for new soup and stuff, and I know how to like restream and everything. It's just my laptop's not good enough to handle it.
Mhm.
And I feel like the people at the top, like the mods, aren't like, I don't know, they don't care enough about this. It's a shame.
There is a shame. Yeah, the Hello Kitty Roller Rescue Tournament never really ended, and it really, I don't know. I think we're still in it. It's the 2024 tournament. We're just waiting for like one more race before the finals. Hello Kitty Roller Rescue is a W game. That is one of my, of like the 100 of games I have on my speedrun.com profile. That might crack like the top 15, if not top 10. It's a solid run. I know it says Hello Kitty in it, but that game is solid
You're
for a
telling me
speedrun.
you haven't made a tier list with all the games you've run? That's like a...
I have not, but
So-
that is incredible content idea. That's so difficult to do though for me. Obviously the top 3 for me would be Char, Peggle, Tai. The bottom would definitely be Toy Story Mania. Flip that game. That is the worst speed game I've ever ran. BlueBadge here has hit and run. The entire idea of the Simpsons hit and run is the meter at the bottom right fills up if you commit crimes, and if you get busted by being near the police car, you lose 50 coins. It's pretty bad. I got busted twice in my last race, and one of them caused me to fail as well at the end of a 2.5 minute follow section. Disney Planes for 3DS and DS, since they're the same game, I think it cracks the top 20. Pretty solid run. Maybe 25. Okay, BlueBadge is on Sellouts, the final mission of level 2. And one of the hardest to optimize. Let's see how the second car goes. He did manage to maintain it there, but he was angled, so it's awkward. Oh, didn't get that final hit. Definitely some seconds getting drained there. I don't think that's a one hit. It might be? No, it wasn't. That works. Bit awkward, but works. Final car. Not the movement you're looking for. $620 on the destruction. As Pantoufle is finishing up the mission right before. Monkey see, monkey do. There's the question we all been waiting for. Where do Mater's Tall Tales rank? Mater's Tall Tale is not a good speedrun. I don't think it even cracks the top 50 for me. Okay, BlueBadge is on to level 3. Lisa, as Pantoufle is starting sellouts. Sellouts can be done in under 2 minutes. Pantoufle definitely can, so... Right now, I think BlueBadge has about a 2-minute lead, which... With the Office Space fail, still is pretty impressive. YouTube does disagree, but... Mayor Salteo is a bad speedrun. I said it. Are there any more races after this? We do have one more race, Eventual versus Tim's, which could be... I could restream right after this. It's a potential. Axie said they would commentate if someone restreamed it after this race. But unfortunately, I think Badger Bar is probably out of the tournament, so those races might turn into just solo runs due to Badger Bar's appearances. Disappearance. I don't know what I'm saying.
Whoa, wicked.
627 on the destruction for Pantoufle, so a little bit better. You got any questions, Zorn? Up the run.
Well, I'll be honest, it's very hard for me to tell what's really going on.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But it looks fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now they're both in the same level.
Like these collectibles, basically.
For what?
Like, you're supposed to collect those bones.
Oh, those are wrenches. They repair your car. South.
Right, of course. I was just joking. I knew they were wrenches.
Ain't no way. I forget what other countries call them. What does other countries call wrenches? It's something silly. Any chatters in the chat? Banners? I mean, that does sound pretty silly. Crazy Tone Dog loves bones. Okay. Banners does sound silly. Our category extension board?
Wrenches.
Let's just do this thing.
What did you say? Sorry.
Can you please pick me up?
I think spanners is a better name than wrenches.
You might be right, because wrenches are too versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. BlueBadge. He should be able to save that, but that looks so sketch. It's also completely fine being on its side. He just has to not crash the game. Wrenches sound silly too. I suppose.
You have a gift for speed.
It'd be called
What do these, like, dolphins do?
These dolphins?
They are dolphins, right?
I think those were roadkill. If you're looking at BlueBadge's screen. I think they were skunks. In this mission...
What?
I don't know how you would...
Those are dolphins.
I don't know how you saw dolphins anywhere. That's a little concerning.
Collectibles.
Those are skunks. I think they were roadkill.
I don't even know what skunks are. Hang on. Skunks.
Dolphin?
Time to move. Are everywhere.
Let's go. Blue Badge got the warp. Oh! I look at Pantoufle. No! Oh, they get busted. What the flip? I was not paying attention. I just see a police car slam into Pantoufle. Realize I can probably switch the audio.
More speed.
Wait, CTD, do you have a Switch too?
I do not have a Switch 2. I have no interest in getting it.
Dude. I mean, I want to play the new Mario, but it's just way too expensive, man.
Yeah. The new Mario Kart does look really cool from what I've seen, but yeah, it's too expensive and it's too early. Remember when you bought the Switches early and they all have battery issues or whatever, all the early ones?
Great. More liberal guild.
Too risky.
Okay,
you know?
on Pantoufle's screen, like, those are dolphins. Okay, not anymore, you can't see them anymore.
Was it the feathers coming from the back of the green truck?
Look at me.
'Cause I
No,
think
it was like, it was like a collectible, I think, and it was like, he was, like, ramming into the car, basically, repeatedly.
What's going
It
on
was
in this
inside.
town? Could you come get
I want
Inside it.
I'm gonna clip and go back and see what you were saying about these dolphins.
Mrs.
Dolphins.
Simpson at your service.
No, those are roadkill skunks in the yellow things that it's dropping. There's little white feathers coming out the back of the truck, but those aren't dolphins.
I need speed. More
Those
speed.
are skunks that are getting dropped in the yellow thing. They are.
This is up to interpretation.
I don't see how you see a dolphin. That is crazy work. I'm trying to be on your side, trust me. I'm always on. Trying to be on the cool commentator side.
Good thing this car belongs to the city.
Like maybe from the front angle, but as it's turning, you can see it's a skunk. Wait, I might see it now. Wait, I definitely see it now. If you don't look at the bottom half,
Yeah, you do.
I see it. I see it. I see it. Literally just the top half. It's a dolphin diving out of the water. Ignore the skunk face at the bottom and the two arms at the bottom. I see the dolphin now. Oh, flip, we have an ad. I'm too focused
I mean, to be
looking
honest,
on the dolphin.
I didn't get the opportunity to look at it for like more than like 2 seconds. So
Chief, we
it's just like at first glance, it is dolphin.
Oh my goodness. Well, you see dolphins now? If you look at BlueBadge's screen, we actually got some fish life. Yes, dolphins aren't fishes. Aren't fish. They're mammals, I know. But still. This mission is literally just collecting 22 fish. I never ran through the story of this game. Basically, this game's story is there are cameras, Wasp in Springfield, and how does the story go for this game? Homer wants to buy ice cream or something, and then problems happen, like Lisa forgot her science project, and oh no, Flanders lost all his stuff, and it all leads to vans following him, and Homer wants to figure out why there's vans following, and why Springfield's being spied on, and then Bart wants fireworks, I think, and then to get something, Bart wants to see a dinosaur that needs blenders, and we need to destroy cell phones, and then Bart gets abducted. Now Lisa's trying to find Bart. It's all over the place when you're trying to explain it as me, because that's just who I am, but it's a very interesting story this game has. Okay, if you
This game had a Salt video, right? Or is it another Simpsons game I'm thinking about?
yes, we did have a summoning salt video, I believe, like 8 months ago, maybe. I want to
Can
say.
you please pick me up?
Also, beautiful phone
thought-
booth destruction there from BlueBadge.
I hope kids at home. Oh, God. Time to hit the streets. There goes my college money. Whee!
Has the community gotten bigger since that video? Like, has there been a boost?
Yes, I would say.
Oh, yeah. I got my
You know how many views the
silver
Wii one is on? It's like nearly 6 million at this point. It still gets recommended to me. I think it still gets a lot of views.
Dang,
It's crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
I remember
And I
watching
think
that one.
people like to get introduced to the game from that video. We have been blessed. In 2020, I don't know if you know Connor01.
Look away.
I'm aware of
He's
that
made,
name,
like
yeah.
Minecraft and WRPs as well.
He has like 4 videos, right, or 3.
He yeah, he made a really good Wii one. Like, I think it's better than Salt's. And then 2 years later, we get a Salt WRP.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Chief Wood.
Crazy.
Road. Rage. Building.
Okay, BlueBadge is on to the 4th level. There are 7 levels in this game. Probably an important part to mention. So we're almost halfway through. And he is playing the optimal safe route
Sling wildly.
of just parking in front of the donut truck, letting it drive into his car and collecting all 10 drops.
Stick to the plan.
There's different methods where you push the donut truck either to the buildings to the right there, or even drag it to the donut shop right here next to where you talk to Wiggum after.
I won. I'm sorry.
But now we have Pantoufle on the final mission of Lisa, also going to be going for phone booth destruction, which is absolutely insane, man. If you look at Pantoufle's screen, we drag the limo to a certain spot where we spawn in the car, and since it spawns inside of the collision of the limo, it makes it all the way to 1 hit, and then we just kill a car with a ground pound. Because for some reason, ground pounds do damage to cars. We love it.
Wow.
Time for caution.
Now we got bow jump. Beautiful.
Watch it, buddy.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
And now we have Pantoufle entering level 4. Both playing as Marge. BlueBadge probably still with about a 2-minute lead at this point. The thing about level 4 is there's lots of opportunities to get coins everywhere. And you can miss them from... Because there's a lot during follow missions where you have to get quite a bit. Like neighbors early there. So many neglected during this Cletus follow section, which you follow throughout almost the entire map.
It was an accident.
It just needs to be said how important the coin route is for this game, and it just saves so much time when you have a clean coin route compared to slowly gaining coins.
Why is Pantoufle beefing with a donut truck?
So this is faster than what BlueBadge was doing parking on the street, because he's able to constantly hit it since he got it into the corner, but it reverses and it's gonna get out after 8 drops, so he's gonna need 2 more hits.
Also, it's definitely a van, not a truck. Ignore me.
It's called Donut Truck, that vehicle. It is a van, but it's called Donut Truck.
It is?
That is definitely a van, yes, with a donut on top of it. But the game says Donut Truck.
Fun.
I don't know how that translates in other languages, but...
Got the right name accidentally.
Charge.
Mhm.
You've got
Just like this green car that BlueBadge has just entered, which you can't see since he's in first person, but it's also a truck. But it's like a legitimate pickup truck. You'll see on the fire jump right here. You'll see it's a pickup truck. Oh, he hits the side.
Hey, I know another dumpster's round here somewheres. I can feel it in my stank bone.
This game also has a fire truck, which is absolutely giant.
Man, did Pantoufle like reload his save file or something?
Yeah. So, like I was saying earlier with Wasp, you can only hit them twice, which he hit one right there. But if you go back to the main menu and continue the game, you can hit Wasp again. It resets how many you can hit with your car. Awesome game, I know. 2003 classic. Wasp are way more complicated than that, but I'm not going to discuss it because I don't want to be talking about Wasp for 20 minutes straight. This shows you how important the coins are in this game to get optimally. I am not doing a Wasp info dump.
Dude, are those baguettes he's collecting?
On the left side, those are ketchup packets, and oh, he gets hit by the wheel. He's gonna have to go all the way back. He's actually gonna play the smart move and go from the opposite side, since the drop is way closer on this side. There's so much time gone from BlueBadge, just from the wheel. If you're talking about the right side, Cletus drops just a bunch of random things during this mission. The next thing he'll drop is a green lawn chair, and Pantoufle gets turned around. No jumping over the pool for him. Here's the lawn chair. I forget what the next two drops are.
Oh no, I got 5 hound dogs in here. Whatever just
Oh,
happened
BlueBadge
was none
is
of my business.
struggling. Stuck by the barn. Then garbage truck dropped. And we're on our side and we're dancing around. It almost came down to the fact that BlueBadge wasn't going to escape from that chase car, which never happens. I don't remember the last time someone did not escape from that car.
I'll do my best.
Okay, now BlueBadge is on the shortest mission of the game, if you don't include the tutorial mission, where you just go to the Cookie Mart to purchase ice cream. Cola.
That's gonna cost me.
You are racing Wiggum to the retirement castle, which is about 20-something seconds away. That is the entire mission. You've seen dolphins get collected, you've seen baguettes get dropped. This mission is just like 30 seconds of driving. That's an entire mission right there. I forget why Cletus is helping us in the story. The reason why Pantoufle's collecting ketchup packets is because he's stocking up for the winter. How does this apply to trying to get... Okay, so the end of Lisa found Bart on the boat, but Bart cannot speak English. So now they're trying to figure out why Bart can't speak English. And he's just going blah 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 blah. So that's what this level's about, trying to figure out why Bart goes blah 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 blah. To be fair, actually talking to Cletus about why my son's going blah 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 isn't the worst idea, knowing who Cletus is. I wish I knew every detail to this story, so this would make sense. But now when I think about it, I just speedrun this game, and I forget the story. I mean, Marge talks to the police first, which makes sense.
speedrunners are evil. They don't care about the story. They don't care about how the intended way to play the game is. They just like skip everything and do glitches.
Oh yeah.
I am so embarrassed.
Despite this game being a 2003 release, other than the last level of the game, which you might lose your mind over, there's not many like groundbreaking glitches. I'm saying this other than the last level. The last level breaks that rule, but this run is pretty intentional for the most part. Like, obviously they don't intend for you to destroy cars with spawning another car on top of it, and they don't intend for the AI to be stupid if you're driving in certain locations and stuff, but there's nothing really crazy yet. But if you want to see crazy, the last level is crazy. It just breaks all the rules of what you are seeing right now. Because you won't be seeing much of what you're seeing right now. Because there's out of bounds. And lots of it. Compared to the previous 6 levels, that is all done inbounds. The last level will be done mostly out of bounds. And BlueBadge is on the middle cutscene that cannot be skipped. What caused this gap? Pantoufle missed the Badger Blast. Did not get Skinner to turn fully right and had to restart. So that lost probably a little bit over a minute. I still think they're about like 2 minutes apart from each other. I think BlueBadge just played 50 seconds better than Pantoufle.
What's the 46 thing? I don't get it.
Oh, what excellent question. 46 is my beloved. 46 is my favorite number. It all stemmed from this game. I was a 60 FPS runner, like a lot of people were. Back, it used to be you either ran like 60, 100, 120, 150. And then like if you were crazy good, you run 200 for the 7-2 out of bounds, but I was like, no one goes lower than 60. I'm gonna change that. So then I ran 55. Then I ran 50. Then I think I jumped to 36. But 36 was bad. I didn't like 36 that much because of a condition in the Homer 2 out of bounds I felt like was worse. So I went to lab. I went to the lab. I scheduled out what FPS is good for the park for 7.4 into 7.5. And I found 46 was the lowest where it felt fine. And it stuck. I run on 46 FPS. I'm proud. It makes me happy. The reason it's better than 60 is it literally makes you clip through things way easier. And then there's other small benefits like slightly better damage, slightly different stuff. But all the top runners, especially now since cutscenes are no longer an issue, since we allowed a file that allows you to skip the skippable ones due to hardware differences. Low FPS is slowly getting abandoned. There's quite a lot of 60 runners actually in the tournament still, which makes me happy, but no one does it below 60, but that's me right there. I do that just cause it's better. You gotta test it out, and I found it's just better. And that's my 46 FPS beloved speech. Thank you for listening.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Thank you.
Having 3 kids really slows you down.
316.
I'll bet Apu knows who's selling the cola.
I believe King California has around 46 in this tournament.
Apu?
If Badger Bar were to actually do the runs, he definitely would have around 46. At Badger Bar.
You got it. I'm not very good at this.
Oh, this is an interesting first hit for BlueBadge. BlueBadge is on the final mission now of level 4. It's Cola Trucks. I think this is like the most important mission in the game when it comes to optimizing it. Because you, from top level Cola Truck to like even these runners, who are both top 50 runners, if you compare it against like the top 6 runners of this game, their cola trucks, their average cola trucks to these two runners' average cola trucks, despite them still being like top 40 runners, it's probably like a 20-second difference at this point, which all the other missions aren't going to be like that. It's crazy how optimal you can be. Because this mission, you drive through the entire map pretty much, from the Cookie Mart to the Simpsons house, but the other way. So you have to drive with this very difficult car, and you have to destroy 3 cola trucks optimally. And driving the Canonero alone, which is Marge's car, is absolutely horrendous and just not a fun time.
Sensible shoe to the metal.
If you see what Amber put in the chat, Amber is top 30 runner. Perfect cola truck for Amber is like a 245, and the top runners flirt with a sub 230, like one of the most important missions in the game. And Pantoufle gets Mr. Plow Jacket. Let's go.
I hope there's not much more.
A final truck for BlueBadge. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Lodged it into the corner.
How rude. I'm very disappointed in you. Hey, eyes on the road, jerk. I should pay more attention.
I wonder what my best cola trucks is. I'm pulling up the live split
Now I wish I had insurance.
as Pantoufle starts. Not gonna be going for pull strat.
Very good at this.
242 is my best.
This is a really bad day.
Well, that score's settled. Now
Not
to
too
go home
bad.
to my family.
You took my precious
And
car,
BlueBadge
Marge.
entering the Simpsons house
Turns to take off my
leaves
shirt
level
and station
with a
on
5112. Pretty good. Oh, hello traffic car.
My giant gut is slowing me down. You should not have stepped in front of my car.
Oh my god. No, he reset the car.
Ha! Clean up in aisle 1. I am higher than the Maharishi. Move it, Cracker.
Okay, BlueBadge is now onto level 5, which is Apu's level. Pretty random character to add from just looking from the outside, as we've had the 4 main Simpsons characters. Now we have Apu. But this is the first part in the run where the coins are going to get tight, since we have to purchase the American outfit, which BlueBadge just did, and the car boat for Homer, which is 500 coins. As you can see, he only has about 354 right now, so he still needs
Oh, thank you.
146 coins in the next 2 missions to start the
Pornography in the Brightle magazines. Movie
5-3
taxi
baby
vehicle.
man. They should have made it Maggie. I don't think a Maggie level would have been good. Oh, Pantoufle gets launched into the cola truck. Canonero moment. But BlueBadge is on another follow and collect mission. 5-1. Just collecting boxes. I forget the reason. Oh yeah, what's the story update going from level 4 to level 5? Oh yeah, during the cutscene, we figured out a reason why Bart is talking nonsense. It was because of the cola. And now Marge sent Apu on a mission to stop the cola from being sold or something. To stop the cola, since the cola's evil and makes people go blah 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 blah. So that's the lore update to the run. Speedrun update. Pantoufle with a 54 flat around. I didn't see exactly what time compared to BlueBadge with a 51, like 1x. So I think BlueBadge is about 2 minutes 40 ahead at this point, just constantly making the lead higher and higher, playing better than Pantoufle. Finishing the mission. That is a long mission, and I did fail that mission twice in this tournament. Once against BlueBadge. I did not fail it against Pantoufle. I failed it against Ticker.
I must admit, the smell of fresh air is much more pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine. Good karma.
Now, chatters can correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, everyone has their own individual opinion. But level 5, Apu, generally is the most hated level for speedrunning. It's the most that could go wrong in the run.
Your failure shames you. Yes, you.
I think I agree too. It's by far the least consistent level, yeah. Consistency does go out the window.
Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior. That's it, Apu. Make them like it. Mr. Homer.
And you can see BlueBadge worked back to level 4. That would accomplish the same goal of going to the main menu to reset the wasp collisions to get coins with the car more.
Could I possibly get a ride? Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times.
It was
while I'm
stressful.
driving around today. Oh, no! Good karma.
Armor 1 is boring.
Jiminy crickets. I am
Nice.
a mean Vindaloo machine. Oh, dear.
I think Pantoufle's Marge exit time was a 54 flat.
Oh, I feel like a Brahmin.
I literally just set up the restreaming on this computer for the first time. Update on my other computer. It's not turning on again.
Oh,
It might be a rip.
last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography
What do you use to like add the streams to OBS?
Your misfortune.
Just a browser source. So
Come to Papa, random object.
Have you ever tried Twitch Link? I think that's what it's called.
Twitch link. No. Is that where you can pause the streams?
It's like, hang on, I might be getting the wrong name, but it's basically what's you can like play the stream to like a VCO media player.
Oh.
What's it called?
I am so sick of this happening.
300 horses of convenient power.
But no. Basically, we just add a source, a browser source, and then we type in both Twitch links.
This is not good for my insurance.
That's about it.
No, it's called Stream Link.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't know.
BlueBadge almost failed there. I just look over, I see no green in the bar, and BlueBadge chasing. Wow. That was super close.
Yeah, no, it's not called twitching. It's called stream link. But for me, it lagged less. But it looks like the stream is pretty smooth.
Pantoufle with the beautiful baby van push right there.
This town is going to hand over your. I must admit,
Who's winning?
I can't even try to guess
share
what that
much
is.
more pleasing than
What the
regular
items.
hot dog machine.
Well, this one's easy. It's
Wait, let me guess. Is it like a helmet you wear on like a motorbike?
incorrect buzzer noise.
I have no idea what it looks like. Is it underwear?
Clean up in
Like
Yes!
steel underwear?
No, I think it's
What?
regular underwear.
Okay, it looks like it's made of metal.
You're looking at the fine detail. Maybe there are screws in the baby van diapers. You're making me look at the items in this game a different way now. Now I have to clip that and look at these diapers in detail. That is the baby van though. Collected the diapers from it. Doesn't look like
I
there's
forgot what these-
screws.
I guess so. Oh, they're sauce packets, right? Wait, no, that's another thing.
What Pantoufle's collecting right now? Those are not sauce packets.
Yeah.
Those were donuts. As you can see, we got led to the police station in the police car. Oh my god, Pantoufle gets blocked by James! Blocked by James again! No jumps over Pantoufle! Ain't no way! But gets a freebie. Awesome. High hit and run meter here. Where's the music? Does BlueBadge play without music? I'll switch to Pantoufle for convenience. How about that? Do you hear music now? Is it awesome? BlueBadge is locked in the game. No music audio while playing. On his streams, he does normally listen to music, though. I've always just listened to the music, the game music, for the thousands of hours I've ran this game.
Hand over your. Hopefully, my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
There's very few games and very few times I'll listen to my own music. Gosh, darn it! Ad!
Choose Amex.
This is not good for my insurance. This is just between me and you, random object.
Well, good thing I switched to audio, too. Normal music. Normal music. I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I was just gonna say something about music.
Is BlueBadge taking a nap?
No. Ad break. Nothing I can do about that. I should buy Turbo, so when I restream, I just log in. There's no ads. And just to have Turbo in general.
Oh, you have to sub to every runner you restream.
Or I could do that, which would be insanely more pricey than Turbo. Wait, no music saves a quarter of a half a second on cutscenes? That's just knowledge I forgot or just literally didn't know. Or didn't believe. That's crazy. That's true? Okay, BlueBadge approaching armored truck. That traffic car is gonna absolutely screw him, man. He's gonna miss the strat. This is opportunity for Pantoufle to absolutely make up some time, since
Giant gut is
Missing armor truck strat is a massive time loss. Wow. That sports car absolutely just cooked. Well, there you go. Also, fun fact, you can play this game in different languages. I think like there's German, Spanish, French. I might literally be it. English as well, obviously, but the only gameplay difference, like for speedrunning, is the phone booth ordering is alphabetical order, so you do go into the phone booth quite often. It also depends what strats you do, especially in the late game, and for like if you do phone booth destruction or not, but different languages have different amount of inputs you need to get to each car, so most of the time I think French is the safe option for getting the cars the quickest. Spanish is also a good option for some categories. Okay, BlueBadge destroying it before the east side sign. Not terrible backup, but loses opportunity to get coins during the destruction in the strat. You can turn the sound off in the main menus before you even start the run, so why would it be a problem? Oh, missed some messages. Yeah. No brick skips.
I am the victim of chicanery most violent. Sir, this book. Oh, I had better hurry. Last time I left this store.
I had no idea Chris was a top runner for this game. I just looked at the leaderboards.
Oh yeah. Fritz absolutely grinded. I think at the start of this year. Or what maybe started the end of last year, but he spent so much time on every IL just perfecting his gameplay, and quite honestly, oh, what a curator from BlueBadge there. Tucked in the corner, ideal.
Charlie is one of those guys who are just like good at every game they touch.
Oh yeah. Oh, he put in the time. He would stream like often and constantly, just practicing ILs before even doing full game runs. And he has the craziest sub 120 first time, because I think like almost everyone else's first sub 120 was like barely a sub 120, like a high 119. Chris was struggling to get sub 120, multiple runs being like low 120s, and then boom, pops out a 118 for the first sub 120. I don't think that will happen again for like, well, probably like a decade. Assuming the game keeps going and going, which I see no reason why it wouldn't, but Chris has the most impressive sub 120, and only 6 people have sub 120. In this tournament, they're in a completely separate bracket, where all of them did a round robin to determine the top 4, as they all actually completed their runs, I think, like 2 days ago. So, and Chris did make it in the top 4 out of the 6 knockouts for this tournament. Compared to the new Super Mario Bros. Wii tournament, where it's everyone in one giant pool, this tournament is the sub 120s, which were the 6 that round robin to figure out the top 4. The upper bracket, which is 20 people trying to figure out the top 8, I believe. It was supposed to be 16, but we had 4 extra people sign up. But the upper bracket, which ranges from like people with 121s to like mid 130s, and then the lower bracket, which is like mid 130s mainly. We have like K3M and Critch in there as well, but low 130s to like even like times up to 2 hours. Which that's a group of 16 people. 8 people make it to knockouts to face each other. So top 10 in the upper brackets make it through. There's just like 2 with a bye or whatever.
Clean up in aisle 1.
I also found it really interesting that the new Super Mario Bros. Wii tournament switched to single elim. I believe it's reverting now past the second round back to best of 3. But that game being a half-hour run.
Or something. I mean, the reason they gave is there will be more upsets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Fine by me.
surely I mean, there has been. I'm sure there will be more, but like certain matches, you just want to see BO3s of. Like me and Red Toad, we both got very recent PBs, similar level. That would have been a good BO3 match, and instead we just got BO1. It was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it's easy for me to say I lost that game, but like, I think everyone agrees.
Mm-hmm. I think best of 3 is the better option. I don't care necessarily. Also, let's go Bort from Pantoufle. But best of 3 is just more gameplay. And it's just
That's the thing. And SMW is a very harsh game, right? You get hit in tower, you lose 2 minutes to 5-4. And because of like how much time you lose to deaths, like you lose a lot of time to deaths, right? And from mistakes, you don't lose that much time. So people will just like if it's a bit if it's a BO3, people will take more risks as well. It's better, no?
yeah.
The gameplay.
That is a good reason
I think
for
it's just
best of 3 as
like
well.
Alright,
Because I don't even do like 5-4 strats or let alone like anything. I've never hit a bombless in my life or anything like that, which is a completely different tale. I mean, that loses way less time than a 5-4, but the fact that you brought that up really makes me favor the best of 3 now for sure. Because if it's a best of 1, they're gonna play way more safe, and that's not how a race should go. I feel like you make a good point about the 5-4 and 5 tower idea. I need to learn how to do 5-4. Skip. It's like a minute and a half, right?
I think it says minute 15.
Dang. Never learned it.
You know that was found like weeks after the game was released.
Really?
Crazy, right? It doesn't look like it would be, but it was.
That's awesome. Oh, BlueBadge.
And another crazy thing is, I mean, I'm theorizing this. Maybe the communities were linked, but it was found in the American community after weeks, and the Japanese community as well after like 2 months.
Huh? 5-4 propeller skip. I mean, it looks gnarly.
It's Bart time. Jump to light speed. Ow, my skull. My beautiful skull.
Okay, BlueBadge approaching the Duff Brewery. Let's see how Duff Truck goes. And gets the strat very optimally. I think we need a little lore. Now that we're into level 6, we need a lore update for the lore enjoyers. So Apu figured out where the coal is coming from. It was coming from the museum. And in the cutscene that we skipped, they spy on King and Kudus' discussion about how they're gonna pour this evil cola that makes people go blah 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 and turn to zombies. They're gonna dump it into the water supply. So now it's up to Bart to try stopping King and Kudos from taking over Springfield.
Eat my dust eaters.
And the reason why they're taking over Springfield is because the cameras are recording them for a reality show for space viewers and the show is about stupid people doing stupid things, which is really fitting for the town of Springfield, isn't it?
Bart Simpson requesting one pimp ride ASAP.
Yeah, it was a very interesting FMJ there. Very slow on the entry and was able to still get it against the wall, despite being a little bit to the right.
Oh yeah, baby, bring it on.
Here I'm dropping frames. Womp womp.
High score, here I come.
We're back.
Totally rule. Professor Frank. Bart Simpson.
Trying to think what other items you would call what other items. What is BlueBadge driving into constantly right here? These red things.
Okay, let me see. That's... Is that like a well? No,
Oh,
hang on. Let me guess again. Dude, that's not a fucking well.
well, there's 3 more. About like
I mean, I don't get to see it for more than like a split second. This is no problem. They don't let you observe the items properly. Are those the... Hang on. So this is... It's like... It's like you carry something. I have no idea what it would be called.
a well is not too bad of a guess. It's literally just a stand. Like that you sell stuff at. A laser gun stand.
I did think that FR, but like, I just thought that would be kind of a random collectible. I guess well's kind of random as well.
Wouldn't be too much trouble.
There is a well in this level.
No
And I have history with this well. Located at Camp Krusty.
I'll educate you a new one.
Okay, Pantoufle.
Fire in the hole.
Very nice first hit against this corner. Let's see how
Simpson style.
the strat goes. Traffic not helping. Also gonna have a slow entry. That might work. And it gets stuck against the left wall for long enough for Pantoufle to find the strat as well. Both runners with the not ideal but working FMJ strats. Wow.
You got it.
You get to see the laser stands again. Let's go. It's just a stand that sells laser guns. Lore update to the game. Why are we We're not we are collecting the lasers and stuns technically, but we're just destroying them because for whatever reason, a part of Kane and Kudo's plan to take over Springfield is to hand out free laser guns, and for whatever reason, Krusty the Clown set up a bunch of stands for it. I forget, for no reason, probably just I'm gonna set up a bunch of laser gun stands for people to take for free. Like, awesome. Now we're destroying it. All that, trying to stop the evil from coming. And now BlueBadge is into the final level, level 7, Homer 2. We're playing against Homer again.
I just know I'm gonna be blamed for this. Don't have a cow, man.
I actually miss FMJ strat in my PB, and I lose about 30 seconds. My PB is a 125.14. It would have been a sub 125 if I just hit FMJ strat. Oh, jump.
Whee! Oh, this is too cool for school.
More coins looking for BlueBadge. He has enough. Right after this mission, you're gonna need the zombie card, which costs 500. And then you don't have to worry about coins for the rest of the game.
Perfection, thy name
What kind of paces are they on? Like,
BlueBadge should be able to get like a sub 10 home or two, so add 10 minutes since he's already been in home or two for like a minute. BlueBadge should be able to get 128 here. Same with Pantoufle. Pantoufle should be able to get a sub 10-minute home or two, so once he enters, might be able to sub 130. Looks like BlueBadge is 40 seconds red on PB, and BlueBadge has a 126.40. So, if he plays to his PB, he can get a high 127 here. But Homer 2, crazy level. You're about to see. This is the start of craziness. This is the start of out of bounds. BlueBadge can definitely 127, yeah. So here is the first out of bounds trick that he will be attempting to go for. He drove far ahead of the follow car. Gonna destroy this tree to go for a giant e-brake boost. The alien car did not stop. This is gonna be really risky, even if he does get it. Clears over the gap. Oh, that's a weird bounce. Don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. Oh my goodness. That was so close. But he gets out of bounds and does not fail from the alien car going too far ahead. That was so close. But now that he's out of bounds, he's going to skip a load trigger for the end of the level for the power plant. Now it's just a parking lot that goes to nothing, which is going to allow him to simply drive out of this area and get right back to the other end of the map, going out of bounds. This, like I said, this level was a complete different beast.
Them's our sleeping on boards. Oh, guess I'll have to use a hog for a pillow now.
Mo? Hey, I found my lost nachos.
You missed what happened. During the mission, he went ahead to fly out of bounds to skip a respawn trigger in the water. Still had to be within the area of the alien car he was following to the end, while out of bounds navigating. Now he drove to this. He's at the school right now. At the end of that mission, the next mission starts inside the school, which you're able to get into simply just getting out of your car. Even when the school is deloaded, you can still enter it. And then the next mission is to drive back to the power plant where we came from, saving multiple minutes just on these two missions alone. And now BlueBadge is gonna go against this wall to park his car in a certain way, so he's able to get back into it after completing the rest of this mission and starting the next one. So he's looking for an angle that will allow him to get back in from inbounds. But you have to return inbounds here to climb up the power plant to complete this mission and to start the next one. Okay, now we have Pantoufle at 7-2 as well, going for the lineup, destroying the tree. Has more time. That also looks good. Gonna clear the respawn gap. We'll navigate out of bounds. Very, very clean.
is this like a run killer, this squad?
Oh yeah, 7-2 is a run killer. When your PBs are this high, if you miss 7-2 out of bounds, you can do 7-3, but 7-3 is really painful when you start inbounds. Also, BlueBadge grabbing a traffic car to pick up the waste, because for whatever reason, if you pick up the waste, the mission is to pick up the waste and drive the car to the school and blow up that waste. But if you pick it up with a traffic car, switch back to the car that you parked. Every traffic car that you picked up the waste with will have it and will respawn new ones with at the school. So he just waited until he got the traffic card that he picked up the waste at the power plant with. Spawns at the school and able to complete the mission doing that.
If I'm gonna kill those town filming black car driving
Broken.
okay.
Completely broken mechanic. And now we're on to the second to last mission. But yeah, if you miss 7-2 out of bounds, you have to go for the 7-3 backup. If you get it first try, it probably only loses like 20 seconds or something compared to the 7-2 out of bounds. Right now we have BlueBadge winning in the lead, 2 missions ahead, and is going to be parking for a jump zone. That is a little bit
Hit that black car again.
too close if I had to say. And the alien car just completely misses the car. What BlueBadge is doing here is in this game, at ramps mainly, where you jump off of it, there's a thing called jump zone that allows your car to like fly off of it better. But if you get out of your car and another car pushes it out of the zone, you'll keep the effects, which the effects are you get a bouncy car and unlimited top speed. So if you notice, BlueBadge's car is literally bouncing around and going way quicker than it's supposed to, which is going to allow for this out of bounds to be done with this car during this mission. Which, oh wow, that was really close to the right building, but gets it. This is looking good for BlueBadge. A little, almost spawning in the power plant, but did not.
Crashing time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now we're back out of bounds, delivering the waste from the power plant to the school, which normally would take over a minute. But you say you drop like almost a minute every time delivering the waste from the power plant to the school out of bounds compared to if you were to do it in bounds. Let me go on the leaderboards and compare the fastest inbounds versus out of bounds time. I think the fastest out of bounds homer 2 is like 8:03 or something in a full game run. Let's look what it is in ILs. So 7:46 is with out of bounds. The best inbounds time is 11:37. So that's about a 4-minute difference with all these out of bounds changes if you play optimally.
Driving is my pet peeve.
Insane time save.
My car is gone, and the ashtray was full of. Wow.
Fun fact about BlueBadge, he actually did not do out of bounds until he got sub 130. He learned it a bit before, but he got sub 130 inbounds, which hasn't been done for their first sub 130 in like 6 years or something. So props to BlueBadge for that. Now that he's doing out of bounds, absolute beast of a player. One of the quickest improving players of this game. That's no question.
Possessions are fleeting.
Pantoufle here is going for resets, which is different than getting the jump zone thing. Gets the first reset, or technically the second, but that's the hardest one to get. What Pantoufle is doing here is if you respawn your car in a certain area before the Simpsons house, it skips a load trigger, and then once you're out of bounds there, if you go far enough but not too far enough, it skips another load trigger, repeat after repeat, and then launch out of bounds. And that is going to be a 1:27:37 for BlueBadge on board, winning this race, and we'll be moving on to knockouts as he went 2-1 in this group. GG's to BlueBadge on board. Results for Upper Group B is Kicker moves on with going 3-0. BlueBadge moves on going 2-1. And me and Pantoufle both went 1-2 and will not move on to the knockouts. Unless, since it is 10, if Pantoufle has like the top 2 average. I don't know how it works exactly, but also Pantoufle gets a jump zone for 7-7. This is BlueBadge did not do this. Just decided to do the second half inbounds without jump zone, but what this allows is not only is the car super fast and have the jumpy physics and unlimited top speed, but since it is jumpy like this, it's going to allow him to finish the race, which forces the power plant to get spawned in, and able just to, if he aligns it just right, drive up the wall and get out of bounds once again. So it is only top 2 of each group, got it. So me and Pantoufle will not be making it out of group stages. Better luck next year. I forgot how it worked. Pantoufle gonna respawn and pull off a sub 130, a very respectable time, just over 2 minutes behind BlueBadge, with probably over a minute of that just being from office space. So that is a GG. 1:29.51, a very common sub 130 time. GG's in the chat. We change the final times.
Imagine that, scared of some harmless nuclear waste. So very harmless. Oh,
I put 130 flat for Pantoufle's system randomly beforehand. Not too bad of a guess. I am going to undeafen and unmute of the runners now. Hello, BlueBadge. Hello, Pantoufle.
Hello?
GG's on the win, BlueBadge.
GG's.
Commiserations,
Congrats, BlueBadge.
Thank you. What went wrong? I wasn't really watching, obviously.
Office Paste. Office Paste, big time loss.
How was it?
I think I had to restart. I think it was like a minute and a half or something.
Fucking hell. Oh, swear. Whoops. Oh,
Wait.
that was stress.
The main time loss for Pantoufle was missing office space strat, knocking Smithers into the corner with Badger Blast and needing to restart. That lost probably a minute.
Yeah, Collatrax as well. And a few other things.
Both of y'all had insanely close to not working FMJs, which was pretty interesting. Both of yours barely worked, and that's all you needed.
I think I was least happy. Well, my controller died at the start of the snake race in Bart.
That's what
Like, it just
happened.
stopped working. And then the only other thing I wasn't, was annoyed about was missing the drop on ketchup due to the Wheel of Fortune, and then my car just not doing what it should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I went from PB pace to like 20-30 seconds red, and I was fuming. Because up to that point, I was quite happy with my run.
Mm-hmm. You also were insanely close to failing this low piggy. Wiggle on the highway. That was crazy.
And 7-2.
Oh yeah, 7-2 was even closer. Oh my goodness.
My e-brake wouldn't. I was pressing all the buttons and e-brake just wasn't happening, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So just sent it. It finally worked and sent it, and it worked. And then when I crashed, I actually had no idea which way I was facing, so I was in proper panic.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, somehow it worked.
Trying to think if anything else happened in either of your runs.
I had the alien car fly past me in 7.6
Oh
when I was on the
yeah.
hill. I was just like, oh great, so it all goes wrong.
Like, yeah, I think he parked a little bit too close, and then that wasn't the only issue. A little bit too to the left of 2, apparently.
I think so.
I don't know much about the park. I do bridge clip most of the time. I think both of you also had pre-sketched bonfires where it was on the side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And now I will forever see a dolphin as the drops. If you look at the top half, it looks like a dolphin diving out the water, pointed out by a Zord. I couldn't believe it, and I looked back. It took me a few, but those drops, if you look at the top half, they look like dolphins, and now I will never unsee that. But yeah, do either of you have any other things to say about your runs?
No, just
No,
GG
not really.
Pantoufle.
Yeah, congrats on the win. I think it was a win for you anyway, even if I didn't miss office paste. There was just no way for me to get a 27.
But yeah, that does conclude the upper group B bracket. Ticker will be moving on to knockouts as Ticker went 3-0. BlueBadge now with the 2-1, only losing the Ticker, also will be moving on to knockouts. Meanwhile, Crazy Tone Dog and Pantoufle, better luck next year, only going to... I forget what I was going to say. We didn't make it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's always next year. It's always next year. But if no one else has anything to say, I want to thank Azord for hopping in at last minute for the co-commentary. And thank you for the runners for running.
Thanks to the commentators.
Yep.
And obviously the restream. And GG.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. And we shall see you for Eventual versus Tim's in about 20 minutes from now, maybe even sooner. That will be commentated by Axie in-house. And that will be the last... That should be the last 1v1 race of the tournament, as the final 3 races that need to be scheduled are all with Badger Bar, and I don't think Badger Bar will be doing the runs, but yeah. We will see you in about 20 minutes for Eventual versus Tim's. See you then. Bye-bye.